Hello children, welcome back to your online biology class. I am Asha Santosh, your biology teacher. Hope you all are doing well and safe at home and also studying the notes and reading the textbook regularly. Am I correct? Children, here we are discussing our 9th chapter, Living Organism, its Characteristics and Habitats. This is the first chapter from semester 2. Children, in our last class, we have discussed habitats, adaptations, etc. Do you remember? What is meant by habitats? Yes, the natural surroundings where an organism lives. Then what about adaptations? Yes, the special characteristics shown by an organism to live in a habitat. There are two types of habitats. Which are they? Yes, terrestrial and aquatic. Now you all know the examples for each habitats also, right? Here both biotic and abiotic components are present in our environment. What is meant by biotic components? It includes all the living organisms. And what about abiotic components? It includes all the non-living things like soil, water, air, etc. Children, today we are going to discuss about abiotic components and adaptations shown by organisms in some terrestrial habitats like deserts, mountains and grasslands. Okay, let's start from desert. Children, in our last class, we discussed about some adaptations shown by camel to live in desert. Now you all know very less water is present in desert. It will be very hot during daytime and very cold at night. So along with camel, some other animals also present in desert. As we discussed before, camels having very long legs to keep their bodies away from the heat of the sun. Then what about the other small animals? They do not have long legs. So, children, these small animals live in burrows during daytime. They will come out at night to search their food. This is the adaptation shown by small animals in desert. Then what about the plants in desert? Which plant is common in desert? Yes, cactus plants. What all adaptations you can see in cactus? Did you see cactus plant? Cactus plant store water. As you all know, plants lose water through transpiration. Desert plants lose very little water through transpiration because the leaves in desert plants are either absent, very small, or they are in the form of spines. This helps in reducing loss of water from the leaves through transpiration. The leaf-like structure you see in the cactus is in fact its stem. Photosynthesis in these plants is usually carried out by the stem. The stem is also covered with a thick waxy layer which helps to retain water in the tissue of cacti. Most desert plants have roots that go very deep into the soil for absorbing water. Next is mountains. These habitats are normally very cold and windy. Snowfalls also take place in some areas during winter season. So the animals show the adaptations accordingly. The animals which live in mountain area have either thick skin or fur in their body. For example, yaks have long hair in their body to keep their body warm. And the snow leopards, they also having fur in their body including their feet and toes. Mountain goats have strong hooves to move through the slippery mountain slopes. Okay. What about the plants in mountains? We can see cone-shaped plants in mountain region like pine, deodas, etc. These all plants are commonly known as coniferous plants. These plants have sloping branches and their leaves are long and needle-like. These all adaptations helps the rainwater and snow to slide off easily. There could be trees with shapes very different from these that are also present on mountains. They may have different kind of adaptations to survive on the mountains. Then next is grassland. Wide variety of animals are present in grassland. Let us consider two animals from this, lion and deer. Lion is a strong animal that can hunt and kill animals like deer. Lions have long claws in their front legs that can be withdrawn inside the toes. Its light brown color helps it to hide in dry grasslands when it hunts for prey. Prey means the animals to eat. The eyes in front of the face allow it to have a correct idea about the location of its prey. So these are the adaptations shown by a lion to live in grassland. A deer is another animal that lives in forests and grasslands. It has strong teeth for chewing hard plant stem of the forest. A deer needs to know about the presence of predators. Predators means animals like lion that make it their prey. In order to run away from them and not become their prey, it has long ears to hear movements of predators. The eyes on the sides of its head allow it to look in all directions for danger. The speed of the deer helps them to run away from the predators. So children, today we have discussed some adaptations shown by organism in 3 terrestrial habitats: desert, mountains and grassland. Hope all of you have understood today's topic very well. Then study the notes, read the textbook very well and clear your doubt during next live session. We'll meet in the next session with a new topic. Until then, take care and goodbye.